Hiya, and welcome back to Homecoming Morenatsu Revisited. The game that teaches us that... That it's always going to be awkward around the Cheeto. It's always going to be awkward around the Cheeto until it isn't. Anyways, let's just hop right in. Kyoji roughly runs his fingers through the fur atop his head as he yawns, his free hand stretched out wide to match his arching back. Just a second! I've got the keys right here! Kyoji slowly walks towards a door in the back of the school gym, seeming to fumble with the keys. I glance over at Soutarou, blinking in confusion. So, you guys can just come here whenever you want? The lion shrugs, shoving his manga under the thick curtain of the gym stage. The club captains oversee practice, so I guess they can just come and go. I take a second to look around the sizable gymnasium, still as pristine as I can assume it was left when school let out for summer vacation. The fuck? If only I were athletic, this would be the perfect place to hang out during the summer. What the fuck is going on? Taro, can you bring me some water? I need to get the pump needle wet. Kyoji's voice echoes through the gym, breaking me out of my thoughts. I can just make out a shadow against the open door of a small closet. Of course, Mr. Takahara. Soutarou calls out to Kyoji before turning in to look at me. He gives me a sheepish smile. I'll be back in just a sec, Mr. Nishimura. And this is where we die. As the clatter of Soutarou's cleats die down in the hallway outside of the gym, all I can hear are the occasional thumps of half-deflated balls meeting wooden floorboards in the supply closet. I guess this place is... Excuse me? Who let you in here? I whirl around as I hear a voice call out to me. Although it was soft and feminine, there was definitely an underlying tone of accusation. A dog girl walks menacingly towards me, her deep yellow eyes burn into mine, and I unconsciously take a step back. The school is closed. So you might want to think hard about what you're going to tell me. I gulp as the dog girl continues to approach me. Kyoji! Yeah, obviously she has the right to be concerned. However, she is still being a bitch. I love her to death, though, because she's... I don't know how to describe her, but, like... She's terrifying. She could just... Don't lie unless you want an ass whooping. And this is how we die. Nervous as I am, managed to sum up the words I want. I came here with my friends, let me just... I don't think so. The girl takes a large step, blocking my way to the large closet where Kyoji is probably still sorting through equipment. I swear, he's right in there. I weakly point towards the equipment closet. The girl raises an eyebrow. Is he now? I guess he'll have a stupid answer for me too, right? I blink in confusion. No. Before I even have a chance to react, the girl rushes me, snatching the fur atop my head. She yanks my head to the side, her free hand curled into a fist next to her cheek, cocked for a punch like a boxer. I still know a thief when I see one! Panic courses through me, tears starting to form. I squeeze my eyes shut and do the only thing that comes to mind. Kyoji! Your sudden crash coming from the direction of the supply closet, and I open an eye. My attacker looks at me, confused look in her eyes. Sayu, wait! Easy, Sayu, he's here with me! The girl's cold, piercing yellow eyes roll up towards the ceiling as she relaxes her iron grip. I don't even realize that I'd been holding my breath until her arms go slack, and she steps away from me. This isn't a clubhouse, Kyoji. How many times do I need to tell you that? An uncomfortable expression comes to Kyoji's face and he glances to the side. I just wanted to kick the ball around with my friend here! Nothing more! I take a few breaths and try to stop from hyperventilating as she stares back at me. Sorry, Soutarou freezes in the gym doorway as his eyes meet the girls, and the cup of water he's carrying sloshes out onto his jersey. His facial expression is like that of someone who just got caught stealing from an old lady's purse. Sayu scoffs and makes a show of inspecting the nails on her hand as she sized me up with. Listen, if you're going to keep doing these little private practices, you need to keep it to teammates only. Captain. She pauses as she looks at Kyoji, emphasizing her last words harshly. Kyoji purses his lips as he nods, glancing down at his shoes and clasping his hands behind his back. Yes, ma'am! The girl stares at Kyoji for a few moments, before folding her arms over her chest. It's only now that I notice her light lipstick as she runs her tongue lightly through her lips, searching for her next words. Just call me next time, okay? If someone gets hurt or something goes missing, I will saw you! You don't need to worry! As Kyoji cuts her off, she stares at him, her expression seeming to soften. He doesn't return the gesture, still keeping his eyes downcast at the worn floorboards below. I think I got an ear infection. Like, I genuinely think I got an ear infection. Just putting that out there, I think I got one. Sayu silently turns and walks away. Eat the infection? See, I can tell because the right side of my jaw, like my right jaw hinge is fucked. That happens whenever I get one. Don't worry about it, I just gotta ride through it for like a week. Sayu silently turns and walks away. I got the water you asked for. Oh yeah, I'm good. My jaw's just gonna hurt. Soutarou speaks softly as he crosses the distance to Kyoji. This time he keeps the cup supported with the hand cradling the bottom. Kyoji inhales sharply and glances at the cup being offered to him, as if he'd just become aware that he wasn't alone in the room. Ah, yes! Thank you, Taro! Suddenly his expression changes and he claps his hands together. Just a few more minutes, guys! I have to air up the new testicles, I mean balls! I want to call out to Kyoji and ask him what the hell just happened, but the adrenaline still has quite a grip on me. My throat is dry and the proverbial cat seems to have taken off with my tongue. Soutarou seems to sense this and he clears his throat to catch my attention. That was the student council president. I'm not sure why she was even here. His voice seems even softer now than how he had just addressed Kyoji, almost like a child whispering out an answer to a cheating classmate. I didn't think a girl could be so scary. A shuddering glance over my shoulder at the gym doors, making sure that the girl in question wasn't waiting to choke me into submission. Was she seriously gonna hit me? My only response is a shrug and what I can assume is Soutorou's most sympathetic look. Taro! Can you hold this net open for me? As Kyoji's voice calls out through the gym, the line gives a wide smile. Coming! I decide it's best if I tag along. I really don't want to be alone at the moment. Usually not that much of a pushover, but there was something about that girl that was terrifying. Cheeto! Despite the heat, the sunlight feels kind of soothing. This probably has something to do with the fact that the air conditioning in the gym works a little too well. Not to mention the fact that I was nearly murdered by an ice queen. Welcome to our home away from home, Hiroyuki! Kyoji drops a bulging mesh bag of soccer balls and stretches his arms high over his head. There's a faint popping sound followed by a satisfied grunt before he turns to face Soutarou and I. Have you ever played before? I feel my face warm up and I look down at the ground. I, fooled around once or twice on the field in Osaka. Once, I'm not lying about trying to pursue something athletic. The soccer club at my school in Osaka had once lost a ball that flew out into a ditch. The player had kicked it must have forgotten about it, and a lucky fox might have stumbled across it. I'll mention the fact that my first kick to this particular ball sent it sailing well over the goal. 3 more attempts saw the same result, much to my dismay. Great! We can skip to the fun stuff! Kyoji leans down and turns the bag upside down, letting the black and white balls fall out into the field. So, what position do you like to play? Isn't Hiroyuki a bottom? Wait, what? And here's where my little bluff completely falls apart. Well, you know, I'm good anywhere. Kyoji turns back to me and smirks, the ghost of a chuckle just escaping his nose. Is that so? Well, he claps a hand down on Sotarou's shoulder before he continues. I happen to have here a midfield prodigy that might know a thing or two about tricky dribbling. And I suppose I'm a decent enough striker to show you one trick. Kyoji bends down again and picks up one of the balls. He braces the ball between his hands, checking its pressure before tossing it square into my chest. Reflexively, I catch it, staring at the checkered pattern before glancing back up at him. So what's first? This lesson is free! Oh wait, no, he's a fox, so the laws might be different. Okay. He might be able to fit 2 in there. I let my eyes shift between the two of them. Cheeto! With a smile, I glance over at Soutarou and stand to attention. Can you show me some tricks, Soutarou? The look of shock that comes to his face is rivaled only by the deep red glow on his cheeks. Are you sure, Mr. Nishimura? I mean, I'm not really doing anything too complicated. Nonsense! Kyoji rolls Soutarou around and claps his hands onto the lion's shoulders like a proud parent ready to gloat to a family friend. I can't even get the ball away from this guy anymore. He's the best midfielder I've ever seen. So I traded my old position to him. My eyes widen in amazement. No kidding, can you show me? Kyoji tightens his grip on Sotarou's shoulders, giving what looks like a comforting squeeze. How about it, Taro? I can do a few drills by myself while you show Hiroyuki what you're made of. Oh, bye, Alfie. The lion smiles almost apologetically at me before giving a thumbs up. Sure, I'll give it a shot. He motions with his head for me to follow him to the center of the field, presumably where he's most familiar. So, do you know how to dribble? My cheeks warm up and I look down at the ground. A little? I can't go very fast though, welcome back, Alfie. Soutarou nods, his eyes searching about in the grass below, seeming more preoccupied with thought rather than being bashful. Well, I can show you some feints if you want. I blink and stare back up at him in confusion. What are those? The lion holds his hands out in front of his stomach, his fingers mirroring each other as if they're about to collide. When another player's coming to get the ball away from you, he angles the fingers of his right hand sharply away from the fingers of his left, simulating them passing by each other smoothly. Feinting is a way to slip past them. Can I see your ball? Zzz. I nod again and drop the ball onto the grass, gently tapping it towards him with my toe. He stops with his foot before a confident smile shows up on his face. Basically, it just... Soutarou suddenly charges at me, the ball seeming to roll in front of him at matching speed. There! I barely make out the motion of Sotarou's legs as he seems to hop to one side of the ball, bouncing it away before it meets the tips of my own shoes. He seems to twirl atop the ball for a second before stopping it in a 120-degree spin. Oh, sorry, that was roulette. The lion gives the ball a light kick, sending it right back to its starting position directly in front of me. I can show you that later if you want. The first thing I did was called the body feint. Whoa. Kyoji wasn't kidding about this guy. Pills to make your head small. Okay, I think you got it now. Soutarou smiles and flashes me a thumbs up as he praises my progress. The speed at which I'm going would make a tortoise blush, but at least it's something. Damn. So you just switch your leading leg, speed up just a bit to get in front of the ball, and swing my front leg across its path. As the ball rolls through my legs, I slip my back leg behind the ball and tap it into its new trajectory. Like this. The lion looks at me like a proud teacher would look at his prized pupil. Perfect, you sure picked that up pretty fast. He jogs after me and offers me a congratulatory high five, which I'm all too willing to accept. I had a pretty good teacher today. Light shade of red stains Soutarou's cheeks in my praise. After I give a miniature celebration, I let my legs buckle and crash down onto the soft grass below. As I lay on the grass and take a few deep breaths, I hear the sound of running footsteps. Tiring out your student during his first practice, Taro! Hi, Axel. Kyoji gives what looks like a slight smirk over in Soutarou's direction. The lion scratches his head and glances back at his captain. You did pretty well, Mr. Takahara. Maybe next time I can show my la croqueta? As long as you teach me that one thing. Kyoji snaps his fingers as he searches for the right word. Soutarou thinks for a moment before flicking his tail. The elastico? Clapping his hands together, Kyoji gives a soft chuckle. Yeah, that's the one. I just can't seem to get it right. He glances down at me, his shadow falling across me as he leans down and offers me his hand. I can't really tell with his face, but... Did he just wink at me? I take his hand and climb to my feet, finding a renewed energy. He smiles a little wider before gesturing towards the ball. Taro and I should probably run through a few drills ourselves. If you like, you can continue with your practice. I give him a wide grin as thoughts of becoming an amazing soccer player run through my mind. Sure, sounds good to me. Scary. She is scary. Bro is frisk from... There was zero respect in that. There was zero respect. Okay, are we following Kuya or talking to Kyoji? I can't fucking remember anything. I think we gotta go with Kyoji again. Oh yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna reread these. Let you decide. Torihiko, my husband, or a tiny one. Tell me a little about Torihiko. Ushima has big dreams, but doesn't know how to reach them. Even though he wears a cheerful face, deep down he hides enormous self-doubt. I'm glad you came back when you did, hero. Perhaps all he needs is guidance from an old friend? Huh. I would have gotten that just from looking at him. Anyone else you'd like to hear about? Aw. Where's Soutarou? Oh, okay. So, Bell, the one we just did, alcoholism, or I'm a husky, not a wolf, get it right. Looks like it's I'm a husky, not a wolf, get it right. Curious what you think about Kuya. Ah, so this is your way of getting it out of me, huh? Rub behind my head in embarrassment. Yeah, I guess. Kuya desperately wants to be an adult. He thinks the real world is freedom. Okay, Aaron Yeager. In a lot of ways, I envy his mentality. Eh? Kyoji shakes his head in frustration. I've seen the way people struggle. Kuya has no idea what he's getting into. You think he's trying to grow up too fast? I don't just think. I know he is. And that's what worries me about him. Thanks for sharing with me, Kyoji. It's no problem, Hiroyuki. What about Soutarou? You two seem to spend a lot of time together. You want to know more about Taro? Yeah, if that's alright with you. Well, you remember what I told you at the party. What, fucking Hiroyuki? I nod, recalling those solemn words. Yeah, about Sotarou's dad. Kyoji nods, a thoughtful expression coming to his face. I first met Taro when he joined the soccer club. I've been trying to be a mentor to him, especially since he looks up to me so much for guidance. Hakutua on Hiroyuki. Wait, what? I'm gonna cut that out. Maybe. Probably not. I hope I'm not overdoing it, though. I'm not trying to replace his father, but he needs a stable figure in his life. Wow. That's very noble of you, Kyoji. It's nothing to praise me for. I just need to be there for him. By the way, it's been 5 years. Why don't you tell me a little about yourself? I'm sure you've done some interesting things while I was gone. Me? There's nothing much to say. Really, Hiro, I'm quite boring. Why would you say that? Everyone has their interesting qualities. I guess I can tell you a little something about me. Oh, this should be good. Yeah. He starts leaning in over the table. Get a little closer so I can whisper it in your ear. Okay. Wow. So juicy he has to hide it like this. It's pretty exciting. I wonder what it is. I know my ear's right next to his mouth. Did you know that I'm... What? A light sleeper. Yeah? That's it? He sits back down in his chair with a sly smile. Yep. No, I don't accept this as an answer. I have to know something personal. Come on, I won't tell anyone else. I swear. He slowly stands up from the table and starts walking for the front counter. Wait! I'm not done with you. Sorry, I'm all out of time. I've gotta run. Damn. He quickly pays the bill and then sprints up the road. Try chasing after him, but it's no use. Especially in this heat. I can almost hear him laughing at me on the wind. Drat! So close. With my tail hanging low, I continue the journey for my original destination. Well, I still have time to visit Tora. I pat the backpack hanging on my shoulders. I'll figure out some way to get Kyoji back later. Take a deep breath. Hot air fills my lungs. I cough it out just as quickly as I inhaled it in. Why does it have to be so hot in Minasato? My mind wanders to the incredible air conditioning unit we have in our house in Osaka. What'd I do to have some of that right now? Lift the backpack off my back enough so it's slightly shielding me from the evil sun's rays. That's not good enough. At this rate, I'm going to melt. Quick, hero, there's gotta be something you can do. My gaze glances around the area. The clock is ticking. That's it! I can take the old shortcut through the vat to the alley. Hey, moaning is fun. Wait, what? You're a genius, dude! Of course there's no shakedown here either. And you keep running if I can just make it to the end. My pace becomes a jog as I round the corner out from the alley and into the main street. I realize I made a grave error at the last second. I brace myself for impact. Oh my god, it's Truck-kun! Well, this is how we die. It was nice knowing you. My eyes open slowly. Huh. I guess the afterlife looks a lot like Minasato. Mr. Nishimura! Hear a couple car doors swing open nearby. Oh dear! Are you okay, sir? I'm so sorry! I wasn't paying enough attention! The cold sweat running down my back finally fades away. No, it's my fault for running out into the street like that. Finally hits me who I'm talking to. Soutarou? Hi, Mr. Nishimura. You're not hurt, are you? I should have a first aid kit in the car. I stand up and let out an embarrassed laugh. Don't worry, I'm fine. Just a little startled is all. Sorry I almost ran you over. Wait, you two know each other? The older lion woman looks at Soutarou with concern. Yeah, Mom, there's one of Mr. Takahara's close friends, Mr. Hiroyuki Nishimura. We met a couple days ago when they had that party at the Raimon. So this is Sotarou's mom, huh? Yeah, can't say I'm surprised, actually. Please forgive me, I didn't mean to almost run you over. It's alright, Mrs. Tono. I'm the idiot for not watching where I was going. Stop blaming yourself. Walk up and try to rest my hand on her shoulder, but she stiffens up. I need to drive more carefully. She pulls back her hair and sighs in relief. Somehow, I doubt there's even a way she can drive more carefully. So, we probably got isekai'd. Are you heading somewhere, Mr. Nishimura? Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm on my way to Torihiko's house. Really? That's where we're heading too! Huh. Why? My mom sorta works there. We were in the Morenatsu world, and then we got isekai'd into the Morenatsu world. This is now an isekai visual novel. No way, that's awesome! I don't remember the Yoshimas hiring outside the family before. I wonder what made them change. Is there any way I can make this up to you? She's still hung up on this, huh? It's alright, you don't have to... Oh no! Something hits me how hot it is outside. It's so hot. Ah! Why don't we give you a ride to the inn, Mr. Nishimura? The sun's rays beat down on my face. If I don't get out of this soon, my fur might be set aflame. I just need to find some shade. You have air conditioning. So, where do I sit? Soutarou opens one of the back seat doors and jumps in, allowing me to have the front seat next to his mother. Not wanting to spend any more time in the heat than necessary, I accept his polite gesture. I hit D, it doesn't work. Ah, what a relaxing drive. We exit the vehicle. Mrs. Tono wouldn't stop apologizing the whole way, so I ended up just tuning it out. It seemed to bother Soutarou a bit, though. The only thing he did was look out the window. After jumping out, he stretches his arms and yawns. I hope Yoshiro won't be mad at me for being late. Sorry. I whisper to myself so I don't start another apology chain coming from Sotarou's mom. The three of us walk along the dirt road leading to the front door of the inn. Somewhere within, we can vaguely hear the sounds of two people arguing. Stop worrying about it, Dad! Why are you making such a big deal out of this? Oh dear. There's a deep sigh coming from the other person in the argument before he starts speaking. Son, you don't understand what I'm trying to tell you. There's more to life than play. You need to start taking some adult responsibilities. You're almost 19. I think I know who the two. I think I know the two who are arguing. That means I've still got time to be a kid. Stop trying to force me to grow up, old man. Feh. We reach the front door to the inn right as the sound of another door deeper in the building slams shut. Tora stands near the door to the kitchen, holding his palm up to his forehead. Tora. I split from the other two and run up to Torihiko. I should probably check on Yoshiro. Mrs. Tono walks into the kitchen while Soutarou takes a seat on the nearby sofa. You okay? What was that all about? Just my dad and I having our morning chat. What are you doing here? Are you dodging the question? I lightly jab him with my elbow. Everyone seems to be doing that lately. Don't worry about it, dude. We do this all the time. No, Tora's dad's name is Kazuo. Not Kazuo, Yoshiro. Kazuo is Torihiko's uncle's name. And I need Kazuo to bend me over. That doesn't sound very healthy. Hey, watch this. Huh? It'll be uploaded tonight, Raj. Why? With the way things are being done now, yeah, it'll... Okay. Good night, Raj. Hang on, what was that saying? Who said it? I think Master Oogway from Kung Fu Panda said, if there's a hole, there's a goal. So, Kazuo absolutely can. Because, quote from Master Oogway, apparently, or, I don't know. If there's a hole, there's a goal. Takeshi is probably going to go to prison. Huh? Torihiko carefully sneaks behind the sofa Soutarou is sitting on. He pops up from behind and grabs Sotarou's shoulders while yelling. That's an adorable squeal. I didn't expect something like that from him. You know what? I will show Kazuo at the end of stream. What's up, bro? It's not often you come to work with your mom. I know. You okay? You look a bit out of it. I'm fine. Soutarou seems to sink into the sofa further. I don't get it. Is he uncomfortable here? No soccer practice today? Nope. What about Kyoji? Isn't he doing something today? He's busy. Soutarou stares off at nothing. I'm wrapped in a blanket right now. Soutarou stares off at nothing. Hey, hero! Can you help me out here? I look down at the silent lion. Don't look at me, Tora. You know him better than I do. Hey, Soutarou. I wrap around the side of the sofa so I can sit down next to him. Hey! Turn myself so I'm facing him. Is everything alright? You look a bit upset right now. He lets out a sigh and starts talking. I don't know. It doesn't really feel like I belong here. That's ridiculous. How could... Tora! Shh! Torihiko pouts and starts cleaning up the lobby. What do you mean, Soutarou? Yeah, everyone's known each other for so long here, I feel like I'm an outsider. A slight smile on his face when he responds. Aw, come on, it's not that bad, is it? I mean, I've been gone 5 years, you just need to open up a bit. I do! It's just easier when Mr. Takahara is around. I see. I lean back and rest my head against a soft cushion on the sofa. Sounds to me he's only able to communicate with these guys when Kyoji's acting as a buffer. The kitchen door slides open behind us. I look over my shoulder to see who's entering the lobby. Torihiko? Yes, Mrs. Tono? Wow, that's surprisingly formal coming from Tora. Your father wants you to start cleaning the hot spring rooms. Aww, I hate doing that. Cleaning the pools is such a pain. He walks away and leans his back against a nearby wall. Soutarou? Soutarou stands up from the sofa. Yes, Mom? Sweetie, do you mind helping me out for the day? I know you don't have practice right now. Yeah, and Mr. Takahara is busy today, too. It looks like Kazuo and Takeshi are shopping for cleaning supplies right now, so we need some extra hands to keep things running. Of course, Mom. I'll help out however I can. Great. The cleaning cart is right over there. Can you start working on some of the rooms? Yep. I stand up from the sofa. I want a bag of stuff to show Tora today, but I think it can wait. I'll help too. Oh, I don't have anything specific for you to do, dear. I hope Dad appreciates all the free labor he's getting. You can help me out, hero. Torihiko knows what he's doing at least. I'm not so sure Soutarou will be okay on his own. I'll let the three of you figure out what you're going to do. I need to help Yoshiro in the kitchen. Boys, if you have any questions, ask me first, okay? Okay, Mom. With that, she walks back into the kitchen. All right. Looks like we've got work to do. Are you going to handle it okay, Soutarou? It's just cleaning, right? It should be fine. Yeah, hero. You should help me out with the hot spring rooms. I'm gonna spend time with Torihiko, but I'm a little worried about Soutarou. You ever just be, like, I don't know. Yeah, I still remember how to do some things around here. Your uncle used to make me work all the time whenever I'd visit, remember? You know you had fun, bro! I give Torihiko a joking sidelong glance. The point I'm trying to make is I should show Soutarou a couple tricks I learned from back then. Hey! I like the idea! Hero, you should show him that one thing. Remember. I look at Torihiko in confusion, then notice he's winking at me. Oh, that one thing. Right. Yeah. This'll be fun. You better prepare yourself for pain, Soutarou. You guys. Soutarou and I have been systematically cleaning the vacant rooms around the inn for the past 2 hours. I forgot how long this takes. It's pretty tedious. I wipe the sweat off my brow, then try spraying the wall again with the spritzer bottle in my hand. Nah, crap, I'm already out of cleaning solution. I just refilled it, what the heck? I'll get you a new one, Mr. Nishimura. Thanks, Soutarou. He runs over to the cart and grabs the first bottle he sees that looks similar to what I already have. This should do it. With the bottle in hand, he runs back to me. I mean, it's not like there's a big rush. Here you go. He hands the bottle over to me with a smile. Thanks. I smile back at him before looking at the label. Oh. What's wrong? It's no big deal, but you got the wrong one. I did? Yeah, here, let me show you. I hold the bottle up towards him and point out a warning on the label. This is the kind you use on floors. If you spray this on the wood walls, it's just gonna make it flake and chip off. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I put a reassuring hand on his shoulder. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. I brushed myself off after standing up. Here, let's head back to the cart and find the right cleaning solution, okay? Okay. I rustle around the assortment of supplies on the thing, looking for the right one. Who organized this? I think Mr. Takeshi is the one who sets these carts up. In my mind, I can see Uncle Takeshi shrugging and saying it doesn't matter. Yeah, it figures. Well, it's hard to work when you don't even have things set up in a logical way, so let's clean up the cart. Okay. I begin removing all the crap Takeshi left on the thing and organize it all on the floor. Yeesh, Takeshi did quite the job on this. Soutarou continues handing me more stuff, which I then add to its correct pile. He's really quiet around me. I should try getting him to open up a bit. So, tell me a little about yourself, Soutarou. We've only just met. I don't know. Maybe he just needs a little direction. How about why you moved to Minasato? He stops handing me things and looks at the floor. You moved here because my dad died. Crap. Nice going, Hiroyuki. Soutarou sits down on a nearby bed, then looks over at me. As I look back at him, I am left feeling extremely guilty. Kyoji told me about this already. How could I have forgotten something so important? I need to work on my conversational skills. Is that best if I pretend that this is the first I've heard of it? I'm sorry. I didn't know. He shakes his head before talking again. It's not your fault. It's been 3 years since it happened. I'm trying to stay positive about it. Do you mind if I ask what happened? No. I can't change what happened. We used to live in Tokyo. My dad was a construction worker. Oh no! I think I see where this is going. One day he had an accident. He sits there with his usual smile, but I can see the tears starting to form in the corner of his eyes. He didn't make it. Soutarou. It's okay, Mr. Nishimura. Like I said, it's in the past. My mom and I are trying to make the best of what we have now. That's why we moved to Minasato. She wants to create a new life for us away from all that. I see. I walk over to the bed and sit next to him. Mom still struggles with it. And I'm trying to be more like him. What was he like? My dad was so cool, he never let anything bother him. He was always polite, addressed people by their last names out of respect, and was never shy about interacting with people. Huh, that sounds a lot like... I'm so thankful for Mr. Takahara, he's been helping me work on my shyness. I really look up to him, you know? Yeah, I can see why. Kyoji's a great dude. My thoughts are racing. All I can do is stare at a spot on the wall as I listen to Sotarou's story. I admire his dedication, too. If I can, I want to be just as good as soccer as he is someday. That might be a challenge. Look over at Soutarou and smile. But I think you have the right attitude about it. Thanks, Mr. Nishimura. Wish I had half the drive in my life that these guys have. I want to stop being such a burden on my mom. Huh? Nothing's been fair since Dad died. There's people always knocking on our door asking for money. I just don't want her to worry anymore. I want to be able to take care of her. I know I rely on others too much. Is that a bad thing, though? I don't know. Hey, Taro? Only Mr. Takahara calls me that. Oh, you don't mind me calling you that, do you? Not at all. Alright then. Taro, I just wanted to say I know how you feel. A lot of what you just described, I've felt the same back in Osaka. My gaze shifts back to the wall. Sometimes I feel so lost. I wish I could stand on my own, but I think I'm too afraid to do that yet. I have no plans for the future. I have my senior year coming up, and I still don't know what I'm going to do with my life. I don't want to be a burden on my family either. That's why I came back. What are you saying, Mr. Nishimura? I look back at him and smile. Something special about Minasato, but I'm not sure I can put it into words. We have friends here. Friends who actually care about us and want to see us succeed. I know these guys quite well. I know for a fact that they'll always be there for you, Taro. Yeah? I know this because they've been that way for me. My voice trails off the last bit. Even though I abandoned them for 5 years. Maybe we are destined to become friends this month. I think we've both been given a chance to spread our wings. Turn to him and look him straight in the eye. Taro, if there's ever anything you need help with, you can always come to me. Thanks, Hiroyuki. Eh? Did you just call me by my first name? Mr. Nishimura! The two of us stand up together from the bed, then start cleaning the room again. I'm glad we had this talk. I hope Taro is more willing to open up to me in the future. The two of us finish off the last of the rooms and return together to the lobby. It would be nice to take a break after all that. I stretch out while laying on the main sofa. It feels so good to be done with all that hard labor. Tora pops his head up from the floor and laughs at me. What? It's just another day in my life, dude! Now you know how it feels to be me! Move my foot from the comfortable position it's in so I can knock Tora's head with it. Shut up. Soutarou's been quiet for a while. I wonder if he's okay. Yo, Taro! He glances down at me from the sofa's armrest he's sitting on. You feeling alright? Yep, just watching the clock. Aw, don't be so boring. It suddenly hits me. Oh, I almost forgot. I jump up from the sofa and run to the corner where I left my backpack. Got a bunch of cool stuff from the city that I wanted to show you guys. This should be good. I shoot Tora a mean glare. I packed this stuff because I thought it would be nice to show you. And to think I brought a special surprise for you, too. Eh? You brought me something, Hero? Now let's check it out with you. Mr. Takahara's thing is about to be over. I'm gonna head out. We're meeting up at the park for more soccer practice. Thanks for the fun afternoon. I'll see you later. Huh? Caught off guard at how quickly Taro brushed this off. Spent a lot of time packing this too. See you later then, Taro. Bye, Soutarou. He waves at us while walking out the front door. Ugh. Well, now it's just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Let me see that surprise you brought. I can't wait to see it. I sit down on the sofa once again and start rummaging through the bag. Where did I put it? Drat! You give Torihiko a nervous smile. It's in here. I swear. The door slides open behind us, interrupting my frantic search. Torihiko, do you have a moment? Sure, Mrs. Tono. What's up? Oh, where did Soutarou go? He left to meet up with Kyoji at the park. I wish he would tell me these things before he does them. She seems momentarily distraught, then remembers she was in the middle of asking Torihiko something. Oh, your father says it's time to your cooking lessons. What? We're doing that right now? The lion lady nods her head sheepishly. It's best not to keep him waiting, dear. Tora's tail loses its vigor, dropping down to the floor with a thud. Sorry, hero. Can this wait for another time? I start rustling through the bag. Huh? Dad and I are kinda not seeing eye to eye right now. I don't want to piss him off too badly, you know? Following suit, my own tail droops, plopping pathetically against the sofa. I know that surprise is in here somewhere. Damn! Yeah, I totally understand. Honestly, I'm the same way with my dad. Look back at him and smile. Thanks, hero. Gets up from the floor and runs toward the kitchen with Mrs. Tono. Sorry about this. We'll talk again tomorrow, okay? You got it, man! And just like that, I'm left alone. I zip up my backpack and hang it over my shoulders once more. Well, since everyone's busy, there's no reason for me to sit around here. I take one last moment to appreciate the air conditioning before heading back out into the Minasato heat. We're gonna leave off here tonight. real quick before we leave, I said I'd show him off. Said I'd show him, so we're gonna look at Kazuo. And there he is. Kazuo in all his glory. Stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.